What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Dave Brown from American Snippets. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Dave. What's going on? What did you do on New Year's?
Happy New Year, man. How are you?
You know, living the dream. I was in bed for the first time in my life at I was in bed at 10 p.m. last night. And then, went to sleep at about 12:04. What about, I know you guys are early night people. Did you make it to midnight?
No, well, I did, but I didn't even participate in any of the festivities, that were online or, I didn't even have a glass of wine or a toast or anything. Barb went to bed early. She wasn't feeling well. And I stayed up and I actually watched Joe Rogan for 2 hours from 11 to like 1 o'clock.
The Dr. Malone interview?
No, I actually watched an interview with, what's his name? It was like on aliens and stuff.
Oh,
Bob Lazar.
Tim Pool? No, who?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Okay, gotcha.
It was fascinating.
Well, I know. So I have this up on American Snippets page. We have it on Be the Change. Be the Change YouTube was taken down for a week because of whatever we said during the Q&A that I know we had a bunch of fun with last week. Who knows? Hashtag community standards. No, I'm an adult, Kelly. I'm not allowed to say hashtag before a sentence, but whatever. We also have the Cash's page, Streetlights, as well as his YouTube up. So for those of you joining us, last time I spoke with Cash was a few days ago. He wasn't feeling great. I know the last time that Erica posted, and Erica is sick as well. That's the only updates we have, but I did send a message to Cash. Hopefully in 2022, we can get him out of the joint, however that works. Who knows?
Great.
Yeah, let's hope, because it's gotten ridiculous at this point. So anyways, Dave, you're coming to Dallas next week. I've got it on the bottom of the page. Talk a little bit about the Great American Summit and why people should find a way to come and join us.
Yeah, so the Great American Summit, it's happening in Dallas, Texas, January 7th and 8th. So it's next Friday and Saturday. It's right around the corner. But it doesn't matter where you are, right? It's not too late to attend because actually flight tickets are ridiculously cheap right now. You can get a round trip ticket at a really low cost. So if you're looking to kick off the new year right, you have a bunch of New Year's resolutions and goals for yourself. There's no better way to kick off the new year than by attending a patriotic professional event like this, where you're going to be introduced to dozens of speakers, entrepreneurs, leaders, real life heroes who are doing amazing things in their lives, and they can absolutely impact your life and carry you through to where you want to go in 2022 with all your goals and resolutions. And not only that, it's a charitable event. So net proceeds are all going to charities that support our veterans, our military families, police, first responders. And we also are working with charities that are working to stop child trafficking, which is a big thing these days. So if you're looking to make an impact, you want to make an impact in your own life, in your family's life, in your country's life, your community's life, definitely get to the summit.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've got great speakers that are going to be there. Dave's speaking, I'm speaking, but some of this, we are a speck of dust compared to, no offense to either of us, but compared to some of the amazing speakers. We've got Nick Vujicic. You've got
Nick, right. I mean, Nick is, he was born with no arms and no legs, basically. He's got, I think, a few million followers from all over the globe. He's an incredible speaker. So if you've never seen Nick speak, this is a must. I mean, people pay thousands of dollars to sit down with this guy, to learn from this guy, to see this guy talk, and he's a huge inspiration.
Yeah. And we've got again, like, it's funny, we've got hour time slots for a lot of different people, 45-minute time slots, but any of the top 10 speakers there typically can charge hundreds of dollars for their events. You got Bedros Keuilian, you've got let's see, Jason Redman, who was Navy SEAL and he has a Navy SEAL and a special, what was it, from in the Army, special forces, whatever. Was it
Yeah,
Army
I
Marine?
remember. We have Larry Broughton, who's a special forces.
That's right, Larry
Lee
Broughton.
Cash Care is also a former Navy SEAL. So
Yep.
we have some real total badasses.
Badasses, yeah.
Navy
And
SEAls.
and
Larry
it's a
Broughton.
close room.
What's that?
It's a small room, which is the great
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
It's like
very intimate. Yeah.
we're going to be, I think we're maxing out at somewhere around, if we fill the room, it's 500-600 people. So you're going to have access. Obviously, VIPs are different level of tickets. GreatAmericanSummit.com is where you actually see the link on the bottom.
Yeah.
But it is going to be, it's not a rally. That's what I keep trying to tell people.
No.
We are very conservative minded in many ways, but we're also very open minded to business and how do we get our country back on track and our own personal lives back on track? And that's rooted in helping each other with business mindset and sharing stories that show that all these people that have become successful, that are also patriotic minded, have been able to create a change in their lives and the world around them. And we just need to be a part of these groups. Why is it so important, Dave, that for I mean, if nobody's ever been to a Tony Robbins, a Dean Graziosi, or any of the speakers like we have, I mean, they're not speaking at the event, but for those who have never invested in a conference like this, why is it important to be a part of a group like this?
Well, look, I was just listening earlier today to a podcast with Andy Frisella. So if whoever's listening right now, if you haven't heard Andy speak or you haven't checked out his podcast, you should definitely do it. And he was talking about why everyone, like, the new year comes along and it's all like, oh, I hope this year, or I want this year to be this, right? And it's not about hope or want. Hope or want never got anyone anywhere. Hope is not a plan for success. Wanting something is great, but you're not going to get what you want unless you actually take action, right? And so a lot of people talk about what they want and what they hope to have without taking the necessary steps to be able to get things. They're not taking the necessary action to get where they want to go. And that's what this event is about. And I love this country. There's no question. I love this country, and I love it because of what it represents in terms of freedom and opportunity. And that opportunity still exists today. And there's incredible people out there, exceptional people all over the world that we see in our daily lives. And we know that these opportunities exist, but we see these things, but we're not experiencing these things. And so the best way to experience the opportunities and put yourself in front of new opportunities and people who can help you with those opportunities and take your passions and your interests and take them maybe to a side hustle or a business or just something that you're passionate about. There's events like this all over the country. There's conferences, there's summits, there's masterminds, that if you get into these events, you can surround yourself with people who can definitely take you higher. I mean, you are the top 5 people that you surround yourself with. So are you surrounding yourself with the kind of person that you want to be? Are you surrounding yourself with around the kind of people who are doing what you want to be doing at a high level? If you're not, conferences like this, the Great American Summit, are things that you should be investing in, because at the end of the day, we all want to improve ourselves. We all want to do more and provide more for our families. I think all of us at some level want to try to impact our communities, right? And if we all do those things together, we stand up, with that line in the sand for freedom and the American dream, and live the American spirit and go after what it is that we want. I think that's how we move forward as a nation. But too many people are just sitting on their hands complacent. Like they talk about what they want, what they hope for, but they don't actually go out and do it. And that's what this event is about.
Yeah, I'm going to give some words towards that in a second. There's a question, and I know that Barb and I and you have been tossing this around. Is there going to be a live stream? Have we figured that out yet?
I'm not sure yet. There may be, there may not be. Not really.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Before the event, I will make sure to go and post if there will be a live stream. So stay tuned on that. I know that we're probably hard to find when you're looking for stuff. So we'll make sure it's posted on all the pages if there is any kind of ticket item for live stream for those of you that cannot make it to Dallas. So we'll let you know on that one. And to what you said, Dave, when you surround yourselves around people and give yourself an opportunity to it's not just seeing the 20 speakers that we have, it's also being around people. And this is a message not about just the Great American Summit, but it's a little pep talk that I would have to the people watching right now, especially for 2022, is to have a positive mindset, have a positive attitude. I was having this conversation earlier today, and the idea that when things cross your path that maybe seem negative, like 2020 and 2021 for many people in America seem like absolute dog crap, garbage, horrific, and it's the mentality that all of this has happened for a reason. There was a great, if anybody has had a chance to watch the movie American Underdog about Kurt Warner, there's a specific part in it where um, he got asked to try out with Green Bay with the Packers, and he didn't even make it to his first practice. Well, he made it there, and he didn't perform at that time. Whatever, he made a bad decision in that moment, or what seemed like a bad decision, and they didn't even let him make it to day number 2. And then fast forward 6-7 years later, he's still kicking around the can, and then finally made it to the St. Louis Rams, became one of the greatest stories of all time in football. But it's interesting to me, and I don't think everybody, when they watch a movie like that, analyze that first moment and how important that failure was, and that whoops-a-daisy was, that seemed like probably the end of the world. But that led him into the Arena Football League, which nobody would ever think is a positive thing, but that gave him a 3-step drop. If you're a football fan, NFL obviously is, and a college, typically a 5-step drop. This was a 3-step, so he was able to be quicker, and it set him up perfectly for what was supposed to be great in his life. God put this in front of him to do this, to be able to be with the Rams. And you know what? If he had a positive attitude and he ended up being a backup to Brett Favre, I'm sure things would have gone great. But if you look back, everything is set forth for you for a reason. And if you go to conferences like this, it may not be about hearing one of the speakers tell you something. It might be somebody that you meet there. You'll spend $200 on a ticket or whatever it might be, and you'll meet somebody there that catapults your career. You're around a couple hundred like-minded people that don't care if you're V, don't care if you believe that you are a conservative, or don't even care if you're a Democrat. They don't care what you are, but they care about who you are as a person, and they care about the fact that you love our country and want to get something back in your life and in the world around you. And you have no idea what the multiplier could be for going to and investing in events like this, and investing in yourself. So that is my advice for 2022 is time to start getting up off your chair, get away from the computer screen, stop listening to every show that we do. I love that you guys are fans. I love that you watch, and I love that you care, but it's time to do something for you. And part of what that is going to events, meeting people, and finding a way to excel in ways that you might not have in the past.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Look, I mean, hope is a good thing, right? We all want to hope for a brighter future, a better America. We all, we want to improve our nation like we have over the past, 200 plus years. But at the end of the day, like I say it all the time, like change is not going to happen in Washington, right? Change happens with great Americans like you who are on this call right now, who want more, who want to believe in the American spirit, who want to believe in the American dream, and all those things still exist. And that's why we're doing this event, like you mentioned before, Anthony. It's about having people on stage to show you what's actually possible. I mean, we have people who fled communism speaking on stage. They ate out of dumpsters when they got here, and now they have international brands, and doing incredible things. I mean, so if these people can do that, people who are watching on this live stream can do it, right? It's just a matter of rolling up your sleeves and getting to work. I mean, that is the American spirit, right? It's grit, it's hard work, it's determination, and it's going after your dreams, because there's no place that you can do it anywhere else on country like you can do it, in the world like you can do it in this country.
100%. So what's your outlook on, I mean, we ended 2021 with losing Betty White. So 2022 has to automatically.
You okay, Anthony?
What's that?
You okay? You hanging in there?
Oh, it's I know. I heard Barb was having a little trouble with it too.
Yeah, she was an amazing woman, an icon, right?
Yeah. So did you did Barb show you the fact that the night before we did the Q&A night, the night that the video got pulled? Maybe that's why it got pulled. Just kidding. I saw a news clip of Fox News came up on my computer while we were having the Q&A show, and I saw Betty White's name, and I legit have the clip. I might have sent it to both of you guys in that group. I go, oh, don't you dare take Betty White away from us now. I can't deal with, that's one thing I can't have. I cannot lose Betty White. And then the next morning, I got a bunch of condolences, text messages. And then somebody actually said, I think you killed Betty White. And I was like, no, I don't think I did. But Anywho, tell everybody a little bit about your fiance Barb too, because this, I mean, you guys came up. What was the purpose of coming up with this event?
Yeah, well, so I guess there's two trains of thought here, right? For me, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, ever since I got out of college. Like I never had a 9 to 5 job. I just knew that I wanted to be like my own boss. I wanted to live a life of freedom. A lot of that comes down with me losing my father when I was 3 and not having that role model growing up. So I was always in that lane of entrepreneurship, taking advantage of the opportunities that are here. Very freedom based, independent individual. And then I met Barb after my divorce and such, and we got together. And Barb's husband was actually murdered in Iraq by another soldier 15 years ago. It was a national news story. The perpetrator, whatever, killed her husband and another his commanding officer. So it was a terrible tragedy in her life. She had 4 boys, all under the age of 6 when it happened. So she went through some dark times as well after that, obviously, right? You can't even imagine what she went through. And then we met, and we kind of like, she doesn't want her husband's legacy or death to, to go in vain. Like like he fought for this country. He fought for the freedoms that we have here and that most of us, quite frankly, take for granted. And we wanted to put an event like this together to kind of rattle the cages, to wake people up, because we think a lot of people are asleep at the wheel. Like they take what we have in this country for granted. They say they want this, they say they want that, but they don't actually take the actions to get it. And we wanted to create a summit that features amazing Americans that can inspire other people to actually go after their dreams. And as you all always say, Anthony, right? If you want to create real change, right? It starts with you. And that's what this is about. So it's not a political thing, but it's very much an ideological thing. If you believe in the country and you believe you can take advantage of the freedoms and the opportunities we have here, then go out and do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like and the reason we say that it's not political, but it kind of is at the same time, is right now we're in a place in our country that if somebody has something with a flag on it, which again, we are the greatest country in the world, people that have grown up, but we are such a great country, but it's sad that the just wearing of the American flag has become an indicator of your political party, and that's not the way that it should be.
No,
And
it's an indicator of freedom and opportunity, right?
Exactly.
Who here doesn't want real freedom in their life?
Right.
Nobody.
And that's nobody. And that's exactly the point. And people do. And I've been to rallies before. I've been to a Trump rally, and I know that like there's TP, Turning Point, and all that. And
right.
Although those are great, and honestly, they serve a great purpose, and they motivate people to get involved in politics. This is different. This is a motivating you to create change in your life with like-minded people. So that's why I stress it's an information-based, it's a proximity-based event that is just you're with like-minded people, and you actually are going to get some knowledge. You're not going to leave the event going, woo, conservative, woo, Republic, woo, Trump. You're going to leave the event going, oh man, I can change my life with like-minded people. It's not over for people that think like we do.
If he can do that, I can do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just a reminder for those of you that have followed us for a while, our whole team is going to be there. Barb and Dave are obviously coming in from New York. We've got, what is that? A dog going nuts outside. We've got Casey's going to be there. Eric, Kevin, you're going to get to meet pretty much everybody besides Suni. Mama Russo is going to be in the house. Kelly will be there. So if you are in the Dallas area or anywhere in Texas or whatever it might be, please find a way to make it to this event. If you have any questions, direct message me. I'm checking them all the time. You can message American Snippets as well, Be the Change, or just go buy tickets. It's about that time. We're less than a week away. GreatAmericanSummit.com. Again, that's GreatAmericanSummit.com. And Nikki's going to be there. She's the one that posted that. Nikki will also be there. So you'll meet the whole crew.
Yeah. And again, just to reiterate, like this is what the big reason also why we're doing this event is because we have the opportunities and freedoms that we have here because of the people who are out there serving, right? The people that are defending our freedom, that are fighting for us, that have served us, all the veterans, all the police, all the first responders, like they're out there every day busting their ass. And the best way to honor them and what they do in terms of service is to live a full, and purposeful driven life. And that's what this. And so if you're like Anthony and I, you're one of our people. You think the same way. Then book a ticket, buy a ticket, get to the event. It's going to be amazing, and you can thank me later.
And the last thing I'll say is, and again, maybe another message for 2022. Life doesn't slow down. Life gets quicker. A couple weeks ago, I was working a college football game, and I was in the bathroom, and I heard a kid come running in who was 21 years old. I'm 39 now. And he comes in, he's like, it's my 21st birthday, blah, blah, blah. And he's so excited. And I don't know what possessed me to say it, but I go, enjoy it, because you're going to blink and you're going to be 40 years old. And it wasn't a negative comment. And he's like, whoa. And I was like, it's not negative, but it shows you that if you're thinking about doing something, if you think about going to events like this in your life, just start to do things. Life happens at a just accelerated pace every day, every month, every year.
So time, right? And time is the only true commodity, right? I mean,
right.
So before you blink an eye, and 3 years have gone by. I mean, think about the last 2 years of COVID. Like, think about how quickly the last 2 years went by while we're all, basically stuck inside and trying to social distance. Like, that's the other part of this event that we really didn't talk about, is the need for connection, the need to get around other people. Like, we haven't really had the opportunity to do that too much over the last 2 years. And I think people are pretty much fed up. And a great way to kick off the new year is to get around like-minded people so you can, take off in 2022. That's what it's all about. The time is now.
Time is now. And life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end of it, the faster it rolls. I like that.
That's amazing.
Well, guys, again, greatamericansummit.com. Have a great start to your 2022, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of you guys in Dallas next week. Dave, when we end the broadcast, go ahead and stay backstage. I have one question for you, and then I'll pop on. Do you have anything else to say to everybody?
Yeah, no, if you believe in what we're doing, you believe in the message and the mission, and even if you'd like to be there, but you can't, like, do us a solid and share the link out with your friends. If you know peeps in Dallas area, let them know about this amazing event. Tell them they should get there. Tell them it's for a good cause. If we're looking to raise a lot of money and inspire a lot of people, we would appreciate your help. If at a minimum, you just do that.
Absolutely. And again, some people, I know it's not a cheap ticket. I mean, they're $197 to start, but there is a whole purpose behind that. It also goes to 5 amazing charities. Any proceeds, it is a zero profit event. And in the old adage says, if you can't change your life or make money if you don't spend money a little bit, and you never know what investment's going to get you there. So
let me tell people a quick story about that,
go for it,
to address that. So someone that I follow and admire a great deal, his name is Tim Bratz. He's another fellow real estate investor like myself. It was 3 years ago, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, that he wanted to attend his first mastermind event, right? To get around other people in a room who are doing real estate investing at a high level. The mastermind costs $5,000. Right. The deadline was New Year's Eve. Yes. Right. Last night. And so instead of signing on the dotted line, he started drinking with his buddies and got drunk. And next thing you know, he's opening up his PayPal account to pay, for the $5,000 mastermind. Then he got cold feet again. Finally, he just pulled the trigger and did it. I think that year he made like $100,000, for the year. The next year that he committed to it, the new year started the next day. That year, he 5x'd his income because he made that one single investment, right? So it's not about, how much money you have to get a ticket. It's about being resourceful. It's about what you're going to get out of this event by being there. It's what you're going to do the next day once you're there, right? And so don't think about it in terms of money. It's not a cost. It's an investment. It's an investment in yourself, and it's an investment in other people. I guarantee you, if you commit to it, it'll come back to you tenfold.
100%. All right, everybody. Again, last time, greatamericansummit.com. Hopefully see you guys there. Can't wait for it. We're a week out. I'm looking forward to being done, grabbing a beer with Dave and all the people there. Bobby Sausalito, Ian Went, is it Wenster? Ian Went? Ian Wenster? Wenster? Whatever.
Yeah, Went. Yeah.
Went. Ian Went. Nick Vujicic, Jakub Bujans.
Kent Clothier, Larry Broughton, Jason Redmond, Ray Cashcare, David Webb, Fox News personality, David Webb,
and a concert the first night from from Ryan Weaver. It's going to be amazing. So, I mean, and he's going to be speaking on the anniversary of his brother passing away.
Yeah, and we have an awesome person coming in to sing the national anthem too.
Yeah,
sing national anthem opening, Friday morning, the opening, and again on Saturday morning too. So this is going to be something that you've never experienced before, especially if you've been to conferences or events or summits. They don't do the national anthem. They don't have the color guard, right? This is America, man. This is the American spirit. It's the American dream. Get there. Should I say it? Get there or be square, man. Come on, let's do it.
Oh, God, we're getting old. All right, guys. Take it easy, guys. Great American Summit. GreatAmericanSummit.com. I will catch you on the flip side. Later, y'all.
Thanks, guys.